Hello everybody and welcome back to Mutti Plays Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. In this part we are going to do some extra stuffs and then we'll be moving back onto the plot stuffs. As you can see here, we are starting off in Mount Cranel to do something special with our new sword ability. I meant to grab that rock, but trying to get some hearts because some of the monsters hit me while I was over here. And as you can see, more panels. 1, 2, 3 squares. So make sure there's 3 apart when you do this. So charge and ta-da! And walk through there and switches! Yay! Heart piece! And if this place looks familiar, yes, it is. It is another training dojo, and we will be learning a new sword technique. And just so you know, I don't think I'll be using this much because the way the controls are for the move, it's a bit difficult to do it the way I'm recording. So, yeah. Enjoy. And, since that first chest is rupees, I figured that second chest was rupees, and since right now my wallet is full, I'm ignoring it for now, so don't worry. And yeah, he talking, and that is why I will now possess your body so as to demonstrate the technique. This is the Great Blade Switcheroo technique of training. Watch this. Roar! Switch roo! Phew, now you must try it yourself. Roll with the directional pad and R, and then swing your sword as you start to get up. And then I fumble a little. Yes! Fine work! You know the way. I will now give you this Tiger Scroll. If you ever forget this technique, you can review it with this scroll. Yay! Tiger Scroll. And that is it for this little secret. On to the next one. And as you can see here, we are now in the Eastern Hills, which is where the entrance of the Minish Woods is. And equip the Cane of Pocky and get out of the menu properly. And use it on that hole to jump and make your way in here. It's a cute little section of the Minish Woods, kind of out of the way, isn't it? Step inside and down the stairs, and ooh, this is pretty. Ooh, water, and ooh, what's that? What's that? A fairy? No, it's a pretty lady! Welcome to the adventurer's spring. I need many rupees right now. Please throw all of yours into the spring. Sure! Really? You know that if you do this, you will have absolutely no rupees left, right? Will you really throw them all in? Yes. You are most kind. I do not really need your rupees. But I must reward such a kind adventurer with some of my power. And her power is a bigger wallet. Go figure. May you fare well in your quest. Alright, that's it for this little secret. On to the next one. Up here in Hyrule Castle Garden, while I was trying to grind for rupees, I found the kingstone that the king needed, and since the king is a limited time fusion, I thought I'd stop by before we get onto the plot. And go to select it, fuse, and twirl. And that right there is 200 rupees. I believe I grabbed it off screen, and I curse at myself because, as you can see, I have 260 rupees right now. So that means 140 rupees go to waste. And there I'm talking to Zelda so that you can see what happens when you do. And that's it for this little secret. And now the last batch of secrets is going to be in Hyrule Town. And as you can see, I'm in front of the shopping district right there. And pull out the gust jar. What are you doing? Pull out the gust jar. There we go. Suck up all that dust, and it might not do anything right now, but it will do something later. And there I'm checking for something, and I thought he was going to have a boomerang here, but I forgot that you have to get the wallet first. So I'm like, Argle Flargle Blargle, I could have bought that wallet, and then I wouldn't have put all those 200 rupees to waste. Right. So I go out, and then back in to check to make sure he actually has a boomerang. And equip the Cane of Pocky. And push that over, since you only have the strength to do that as a human. And use the Cane of Pocky on that pot, and you will find out that it is a Minish portal. So if we see any other pots like that inside the human areas, then we just might flip them over. And Eslo has to comment on it and yada yada yada. So, while I go explore stuffs, I had this really weird dream. Like there was this giant fish, and inside of the fish was like an entire village, and there was a lot of clocks inside the fish, and everybody in the fish was all obsessed with time and stuffs, and always had to do things quickly, and it was weird. And well, okay, on to breakfast. Basically, I had a Nutella sandwich with chocolate and marshmallows in between, and here I'm hoping that it's rupees, but it's not, which makes me go right. But anyways, and it was pretty good. If anything, it was a bit sweet, so I had some leftover Salisbury steak from last night to wash out the sweet. And shortcut. Always nice. And now I am going to explore town for stuffs. And yep, all the fusing and the kingstones and the... I'm getting thirsty. Delicious water. And yes, the kitties will fuse keenstones with you. Just about any animal would fuse keenstones with you if you're Minish sized. And excuse me for a moment. Alrighty. Right, back. And I like cats. I really like cats. They're like, I've had cats and dogs growing up, but I haven't had as many pleasant experiences with dogs as I have cats. Like, we had this dog named Doki, as in Okie Dokie, and she kept chewing up my Barbie dolls, so that pissed me off. Well, just ticked me off. I was just a little kid. And my Aunt Lisa had this Chihuahua, and my gosh, that thing was sparky, and it would growl whenever I tried to get my hand near it, so I didn't really like it. We did have a greyhound named Harry, but yay, rupees! But we had him when he was really young, when I was really young. So I can barely remember what he was like. I just remember liking him. And here I am going to completely and totally waste time, because I go back, grow, and then I notice something, I remember something, and then I'm like, oh crap, I have to go back. You'll see while I'm telling the story. And I swear we had another dog. I can't remember. I think it was a small dog that was really, really yippy. That's all I can really remember about it. Checking to see if he has certain bags. And oh, wait, no, I don't think it was that I was wasting time. It's just I forgot about that secret, so I didn't think to go for it before I grew back. But still, it feels like a waste of time. Especially if you look at the time on this video. I could have shaved off a few minutes. Or maybe just 1 minute. Whatever. But, the cats I've had. Now, my first kitty. This is gonna give you a bit of insight into how much I just love this series. Basically, when I was little, I liked to watch my brother play video games on the N64 and stuff. And I was watching him play Ocarina of Time, and he got to the part where Ganondorf showed up. And somehow I found him desirable at that impressionably young age. And excuse me. And basically he was my first crush ever. So while I was contemplating the name of my first cat, it was an orange kitty, which was close enough to red. And I can't remember all the names that I was considering, but the one I can remember is Meowth. Basically I decided to name my first cat Ganondorf. And something kind of silly, I named him Ganondorf Termite Dragmire. Why Termite? Because he liked to chew pencils. But whenever I called for him, I always called him Ganondorf. And when we got Ganon, we also got this gray kitty that was really, really fluffy. And it was my brother's cat. And it was a boy cat. And because it was a boy cat, he decided that Fluffy would be much too feminine. So he instead decided to name the cat Fluff. And that is what we called him. Now, unfortunately, Ganon and Fluff didn't live terribly long, and... Oh! Mysterious shells. Basically, you collect them, take them to this guy, and, he will give you figurines, which, I don't know how much I'll show of actually getting them, but there is a trick that I like to do to grind for money to get shells, and I will probably show you that later on when there is little, if anything, left to do with the game. But anyways, back to the kitties. Ganon and Fluff didn't live terribly long, about maybe 3 or 4 years. It is believed that the heat of the summer got to them. That's really the best we can think of. So after a while, we got some other kitties. Oh, and sometime during, I forget if it was just during Ganon and Fluff's time, but, we got a cat from, I believe it was one of my brother's girlfriends, and, it was a black and white kitty, and we called him... Was it Salt or Pepper? This fucking guy. This fucking game logic. Apparently, you need to learn from a guy to be able to break pots and rocks with your sword. What the fuck kind of logic is that, huh? Anyways, I think she had an animal, one of them, a dog and a cat. One of them was called Salt, one of them was Pepper. I think the cat was Pepper. He was a cute little kitty. Black and white, had smudges in all the right had black smudges in all the right places so that he could be adorable. But anyways, a bit after Ganon and Fluff passed away, we went to the Humane Society, and we got a couple kitties. One was named Sheba, and the other was named Snowball. She had a really short tail, and they called her Snowball because when they found her, she was just curled up in the snow like a cute, adorable little ball. And so we took those two cats in. Originally I had wanted Sheba, but when we first took her home, Sheba was hiding and being all shy and stuff. So and my mom was gonna have Snowball, so we switched cats for a bit. Even though we were living in the same house, we were just and so Snowball was mine for a bit. And okay, here we're actually progressing forward, and for a second I'm wondering if I forgot anything in there, but then I'm like, no, I don't think I forgot anything. So use the sword to make the clones and then push that block forward. And the older of my two brothers, he had moved out around the time excuse me, that we had gotten Sheba and Fluff. I mean, Sheba and Snowball. Bleh. So, and, in his apartment complex, he found a stray kitty. And it was an orange little kitty. But this one was a girl. And he named the kitty Attila, because she would play rough. She's the type of kitty that would run up to you and just like claw you and everything. And she was an adorable kitty, and after a while he gave her to us. I think it was because of a move, or oh, plot stuffs. Direction. Or was it just me? Hmm? Who's there? What? Vati? How did you get in here? What are you doing? It looks like you're all here. Very well. The King of Hyrule has rewards for you. You all know of the power the Bikori gave to mankind, do you not? The golden light force of limitless magical power? I want it. It is somewhere here in Hyrule. Go now and bring me this power. Waste no time. Go forth at once and bring me the light force. Fling anyone who refuses into the dungeon, him and his family too. I will tolerate no disobedience. Now, search high and low throughout the lands of Hyrule. Uh-oh. Just the wind. Anyway, we need to look for the next element. The map says it should be around here somewhere.